The words hit me like a storm the moment I stepped into the house, my arm wrapped in a rough hospital cast. "Mom, he taught her a lesson! Dad taught her a lesson!" my daughter Lily cried, running toward me. I paused at the dining table and carefully lowered myself into a chair, pain shooting through my arm. My heart pounded, not just from the injury, but from the fear in Lily's eyes. I didn't understand what lesson she meant. I didn't understand what my husband had done. And I didn't understand why everything felt like my world had been turned upside down within just one day. But before I could even speak, Lily continued. "Dad said, 'Nobody gets to hurt you anymore, Mom. Nobody.'" My breath froze, because the person who hurt me, the person responsible for my broken arm, was not some stranger. It was someone much closer. Someone who used to live in this same house. Someone I once loved like my own. My husband's sister, Ava. But Lily wasn't supposed to know that. I hadn't told her anything yet. So how did she know? And what had my husband done? That was the beginning of the longest, most emotional night of my life. To understand what happened today, you have to understand Ava. Ava was my husband Daniel's younger sister. Beautiful, confident, entitled, and used to getting whatever she wanted. When she moved into our house, temporarily, I knew trouble would follow. She had just lost her job, her apartment, and, according to her, everyone was jealous of her success. In reality, Ava had a habit of manipulating people, using charm to get things done, and exploding in anger when things didn't go her way. At first, I tried to stay patient. I cooked for her, set up a guest room, even helped her look for jobs. But Ava didn't want help. Ava wanted control. She criticized how I raised Lily. She told Daniel that I was too soft, too emotional, too weak, and slowly, she began to believe she had more authority in this house than I did. One evening, she demanded I drop everything to take her to a salon appointment. When I explained I had to take Lily to a school event, she exploded. Her voice echoed through the house. "You think you're so perfect, don't you? Daniel could have married someone better, someone stronger." I ignored her, but I shouldn't have, because disrespect turns into danger when it goes unchecked. And a week later, it did. It was a quiet afternoon. Daniel was at work, Lily was at school, and Ava barged into the kitchen while I was cooking. She threw her phone on the counter. "Look at this," she shouted. It was a rejection email from a job I had helped her apply for. "You did this," she hissed. "You probably messed up the application." I looked at her calmly. "Ava, I did exactly what you asked. You ruined my life," she screamed. Before I could react, she grabbed my arm. Her nails dug into my skin. "Ava, let go." But she didn't. She pushed me backward, furious, uncontrolled. My elbow hit the edge of the counter. I heard a crack. A sharp, blinding pain shot at my arm. I screamed. She froze, eyes wide, not with guilt, but with fear of what Daniel would say. Then she ran out of the house. I tried calling Daniel, but he didn't pick up. So I drove myself, one-handed, to the hospital. When Daniel finally arrived, breathless, he was devastated. "Who did this to you?" he whispered. I didn't want to ruin his relationship with his sister, so I stayed silent. But he saw it in my eyes. He knew. And from that moment, Daniel changed. He became quiet, focused, determined. He asked no more questions. He just said one thing. "Go home, rest, and let me handle this." I didn't know what he meant at the time, but I was about to find out. Back at home, when Lily told me, Dad taught her a lesson, I felt my stomach twist. "Sweetheart," I whispered, "what do you mean?" Lily hesitated, her small fingers twisting nervously. "I heard Dad talking on the phone," she said softly. "He told someone that nobody can hurt his wife and get away with it." My heart skipped. Then he left the house. He was gone for an hour, and when he came back, she swallowed. He was angry, really angry. Just then, the front door opened. Daniel stepped inside. His face was pale, his jaw clenched, his hands trembling slightly. He walked straight to me. "Daniel, what did you do?" I whispered. He kneeled down beside my chair. "I went to Ava," he said quietly, "and I told her everything I should have said years ago." I braced myself. I told her to pack her things and leave our lives for good. I told her she was no longer welcome anywhere near you or Lily. And then he took a deep breath. I told her to tell the truth. My eyes widened. "What truth?" "That she pushed you, that she hurt you on purpose, that she needs to face consequences." I covered my mouth. She tried to deny it, but I recorded her, every word. He pulled his phone from his pocket, and when he pressed play, I heard Ava's voice. "Fine, I pushed her. She made me angry. She deserved it." My heart broke. Everything I had protected Daniel from, he now knew. "Daniel, what will happen to her?" He looked at me with softness and strength I hadn't seen before. "I didn't call the police," he said, "but I warned her that if she ever comes near you again, I will." My eyes filled with tears, not because of fear, but because for the first time in a long time, I felt safe. A week passed. My arm still ached, but my heart felt lighter. Ava moved out of the city. She didn't call, she didn't message, she vanished from our lives. Lily stopped having nightmares. Daniel became more present, more protective, more loving. One evening, as we sat at the dining table, Lily looked at me and smiled. "Mom, Dad said families protect each other. That's why he taught her a lesson." Daniel squeezed my hand. "No one hurts my wife," he said softly. "No one." I felt tears gather in my eyes, but these were tears of relief. Because pain had entered our home, but strength had stayed. Ava taught us something without meaning to. She taught us that silence is dangerous, that boundaries matter, and that love is not just words, it is action. And Daniel taught her a lesson, not through violence, not through revenge, but by standing up for his family, by choosing us, by choosing me. As I sat at that table, with a broken arm but a healing heart, I realized something powerful. Sometimes the people who try to break you only make your relationship stronger. Sometimes the ones who try to tear your family apart end up making it unbreakable. And sometimes a broken arm is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of respect, boundaries, protection, and a love stronger than before.